Yeni omudin kita honwa. Ye bisom se ombe pniso na ya jom telephone number.
Okay.
E be do mpempensbeno ye be from instead of say be your failed no.
Okay.
Na yeni adin kita ho e telephone so. Into over the years no, your quality over 13,000 telephone numbers. Only MPP4 ebinum NDC4 ka ho floating voters ka ho and some other parties no ka ho and so ka party no and so into over the years no ye who say typically open ka say MPP4 35%. Almost say NDC4 openly 33%. Floating voters between 18 and 20% sometimes. And other parties no bear 3%. But 10% or 11, maybe our only party or Modomo entry. It is the and they said, you group telephone numbers now into MPP, NDC, and all the categories. Into the agent say, best 2,500. From all of them.
Okay, before you proceed, Patrick, Inti one more will come is 2,500 and the AM call for maybe kind opinion polls or more telephone numbers. Okay, all right, Patrick, also.
Okay. Inti say a cashier by telephone poll 5,000 and I say 2,500 interviews. You check 2,500 no. Emma MPP for 35%, equal to the number we have got for them as average.
Okay.
Now you pick it 33% because NDC for openly only 33%. And floating voters around 18 to 19%. Smaller parties no bear 3%. And 10 to 11 or more party in show. Indeed, the telephone random simulation, a fresh tool now, this guy said, be MP for probably about 4,000 or 5,000 a woman. They are free equivalent of 35% of the 2,500.
And this 35% is also based on opinion polls now.
Yes.
Okay.
Our own record, I can say Ghana for you now, almost openly from MPP for 35%.
Okay.
Up to date, we be embedded African leaders because party affiliation and yet the same thing as Obama in election.
Okay.
In Sana, we are not check the numbers no for the regions. The regional quota. You themselves MPP for do not want our Santi region. Then Greater Accra. And then other regions like that. Until you almost coast another big chairman. We are trying to tell you about the regions in the manner MPP for Edos war. Okay, Ghana hanging now. Somewhere in this MPP for we don't know our Ashanti region. In the sample, no, we don't know Echo Ashanti region. Followed by Greater Accra, across all the 12 regions. The be an MPP for noticeable sample, you don't want alcohol. You will skew the results. And somewhere NDC from so you share Ghana, any fan of you don't want a walk. Over the last 2 years, no, you say, you don't want a greater crack. And then you go to the central region, then you have a local region, northern region, and so on and so forth. So you advocating NDC for in the same way. Maybe I'm going to go to panel, maybe do not go. Maybe I'm way less, no, maybe in the way I'm representing on the data. The youth floating with the so the same thing. You know, say Ghana have more infant. Greater Accra, Central, Western, in that kind of order, sir. And now, I'm say, in party, country. You know, maybe I'm don't want. You know, in that kind of order. We are near Fred, region, MPP, that's MPP, let's say 80, already have because that represents the size of the party, or that region, across all the regions. We are near the report now about. If you think report now about now, this is the methodology we have used to generate that report.
Interesting. Now let's get into the meat of Moposi in Samoa Modia Tuja Efahon. In your executive summary, we indicated that my judgment be on the approval ratings of President Akufo-Addo. What is it indicating?
So, I mean, there be a question about all the time. Do you approve or disapprove the performance of Nana Akufo-Addo as president? Or share the current polling numbers now. The week before, now over 34% approval. This week, a SWAT team about 28%. A huge drop. Almost say disapproval now. Now 60%. Echo 65%. Almost say only opinion. Now me 6. I feel I 7%. You compare we to our historical record. The only time I who say Nanado was very, very low was after Omopasi 11, April 2022.
Okay.
We have never seen him sink so low in our polls before. It shows he is getting a bit unpopular as he comes to the end of his presidency.
Is this the lowest? Would you compare April Diana?
We need the second lowest.
The second lowest. It's April Diana that so standing tall.
Yes.
Okay. Now, on the issue of, I'm wondering why you are interested in President Akufo-Addo's performance, especially when you're quite about to he's not on the ballot. Why was that significant to you?
Look, the success of Bawumia's campaign depends on how popular Nana is.
Okay.
If Nana is very popular, you expect that dividend to accrue to Bawumia. All the achievements Bawumia to is under Akufo-Addo Mboa.
Okay.
And some of the failures that he has to fight against is also under the word of Akufo-Addo, president. So if Akufo-Addo is popular, it tends to affect Bawumia positively. So Osinki in the process, it will affect Bawumia negatively. It is very important. Even in the U.S. election, almost say they disapprove of the way Biden is doing his job. Almost to my Trump.
Interesting analysis there. Now, you go into the 2024 elections proper. More telephone polls, no. Musah Danquah for saying.
Ghana for 52% using the committed voters model. HSS on Metro Amazon Mahama. Modeli Omo amount for these Metro Amaway, Metmaway, and a Treno. 52% Mahama. 41.3 Bawumia. 2.3 Alan Martin. 4.1 Nana Kwan Bediako. Omo Amakanina 0.4%.
Now we know 16 regions in are covered.
So say
we say 52%, 41.3% for Dr. Bawumia, 2.3 for Nana Kwame Bediako Alancha Martini, 4.1 for Nana Kwame Bediako. A cover 16 regions in Inada. Now, does it also cover all the 275 constituencies?
You can't deploy in 275. We're a national sample.
Okay.
It doesn't matter where you take it, so long as it's random. One target is will be free mankasi, and I am free will be free totally machine they pick it randomly.
Okay.
The country, that is what you will see. But we interviewed people across every region. MPP for Asmekayano, NDC for floating for the Spumina across all the regions. And also in the regional reports now, Mahama AVD in 13 regions, Bawumia AVD in 3 regions.
But the last election, 2020, Mahama won so many regions, but he still lost the election. In this very one hour, Kano, Mahama has won more regions in terms of polls now, you know. I'm wondering how that works.
You know, so we share our regional results now. Your model be you did that results no a good. And then using the voting population of every region and turnout that we expect and a spoil ballot. So the way I apply, Mahama is still winning using these regional numbers.
It also says, Alan Chematin any the biggest gainer in this poll. Yet, say, me share a year ne performance na. Alan did 2.3%, and Nana Kwame Bediako did 4.1%. Nana Kwame Bediako performed better, but you still say Alan is the biggest gainer. How do you explain that? What you saying?
Exactly. We share November poll noir. Now Mahama was 52.7. Oko 52, down 0.7. Now Baumia or 41. Oko 41.3, up 0.3. Now Alan 1.5. Oko 2.3, up 0.8. Bediako now 4. Ako 4.1, so plus 1, plus 0.1. In Ethiopia, Mahama cost from 0.7, Baumia cost through 0.3, Bediako cost from 0.1, Alan cost through 0.2. So who is the biggest gainer?
And then they indicated then.
Indicated he almost doubled his performance.
Okay.
Yeah, if you look at or 2.3. Now, 2.3. Now, Owahi, 1.5. So he has almost increased his performance by 53%.
Compared to the other candidates?
Exactly.
Now, Regis Bena, Bonechi Domsano, how did that happen? Regis Bena more observe a improvement way.
Largely, it's really the Akan regions.
The Akan regions, okay.
The recent post now, he has gone up in the Bunu East quite a bit, 11% in Bunu East. Savannah, of course, by 7%. Western North, of course, by 12%. But overall, no, also the regional blocks now. Let me get that data in terms of the regional blocks. Oshe, the Akan regions now. Baumia was through 5.4% compared to the week before. Me Alan 1%. Akan regions no. I feel about 2.4%. So that represents almost 140% increase in the Akan regions. So what?
That's what I say.
So Alan is the biggest gainer nationally in terms of his changes, and also share the level of changes that he made in Akan region. It's also the biggest in terms of percentage.
Wow. So it means that Alan will be correct within the Akan regions and 26 what could be working.
His numbers appear to be spiking up.
And then they contributed to Sanyaman and Nani or launching a caravan campaign or spending a good number of days in every region together with his entire force. And Nona a trigger we are.
I can't speculate.
Okay.
Because we didn't ask them what made them to vote for Allah or increase their vote for Allah. But at least they ask their campaign, they can see, say, okay, they know what they are doing. We don't know what they are doing. So, say, the Omuyano and a man numbers no Kosua. And well, we don't advise, but they know what to do.
Between now and 7 December, sa opinions we are more sample through telephone, ebetimi asesa significantly, Ghana?
No.
Why not?
Expect significant changes in the numbers. The average poll for the past 5 weeks. We started the first poll. Now, John Mahama Ewa hit. Let me get the number.
98.9 FM. Opinion minini dim komo ayo Musah Danquah.
Around 53 point something percent.
Okay.
5 weeks ago.
5 weeks ago.
Yes.
And now 52%.
52%. So within the 5 weeks, he has only dropped by what 1%.
But that's a significant in terms of Omo Masisa doing.
No, it's a movement. You see, polling numbers, it goes up and down over a period. It won't be in fact just 1 week poll. And I say that is where the polling numbers are.
Okay.
You must use the averages. We share or more below him. We have not moved that much. You know why you're not moving that much?
Tell me why.
We call the post no more. 82% say they have already made up their mind. 82 and 50 or 70.
That's a good one.
Only 7% say they may change their mind. And 11% say only a neutral. Now, they are intriguing. They say it is very likely Mahama will even go up in the polling numbers as the election draws near, rather than losing ground. Do you know why?
Mr. Danquah, I'm enjoying you. Tell me more.
Almost say, almost undecided.
Undecided, no.
Almost say, in the last 12 months, almost 51%. Obi a say onye na green say obeton we and we or catch that will say in the last 12 months basa.
So the expectation is a side experience in be informing baby about to abanako.
Absolutely. And
but you have also forgotten you may have also forgotten say that person may also have other reasons into Obejina Sobia Tuaba and may not necessarily be about the economy.
Let me tell you what. There are 3 issues that bother voters.
Okay.
I'll say how am I doing? Economy, jobs, education. Almost say economy. And most important thing now. About almost the same. 54% say Omotomo John Mahama. 40% say Ombeto Amabaumia. Almost say Yuma Ehamono. Mahama 53, Baumia 41. Almost say education no. Mahama nearly 50%, Baumia 45. Almost say road Ehamono. Mahama 52, Baumia 41. Almost say healthcare. Mahama 47, Baumia 46. Almost say taxes, Mahama 54, Baumia 27 or 28. On all these issues, they didn't have Baumia lady. So when they make up their mind, they will follow the crowd.
I mean, this is the very last question. In the just ended US elections, I mean, we saw polls be where predicted neck and neck for Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. In fact, the prediction was that there was going to be a very tight race. But with election now, you hear an outcome, the Republicans painted the U.S. red. In swing states, you should say Democrats, there soft spots, there soft spots in Mawomo. That is the kind of saying it's a big departure from what was predicted by most of the polls. Ekobasa yakotoa beina can anything significantly change polls are why this year towards 2024? Bibuana predicted win and victory for John Dramani Mahama. Is there not that possibility, sir? Near a course of US predictions be chile say adeni mu beye den no. Ebetimi esi Mahama your predictions and research may not reflect the will of the people. Let me start the US polls. Okay.
The US polls were not wrong.
Really?
If you predict tight election, it doesn't mean that there will not be a winner. Because there will be no election that will be having the same number of votes.
But the election did not live up to that bidding at all. So
let me explain. You see,
okay.
You can't use the US polls in the context of Ghana polls. US only use the electoral college system. So you can predict a national race to be tight.
Okay.
Among fact, national race and for about US. And the state polls. The state polls had somebody leading 1%, 2%, and they also have margin of error, which most people don't remember. When it is close like this, nobody was winning outside the margin of error. So for those who understand, it means that anybody can win. And indeed, we check the exit polls now about from US one. What were the reasons why Trump won? Trump was talking about economy and jobs, which were some of the big issues Americans were worried about. Kamala ran away from the economy because it had a strong point. And she was focusing on abortion and democracy and housing. Right? And if they had a man for a economy, they will use the economy to vote.
And we don't
the top issues are economy and jobs. And according to the polls, John Mahama is leading on the economy, leading on the jobs, and even on the strong point of education, he's still leading.
And you are dead sure, sir.
Look,
it is locked.
Yes, it is locked. The only difference may be the margin, the differences. But we will not have election on December 7th, and Baumia will be on top. No. If you take the poll number, accounting for almost someone Twaba, over that model one, Mahama 45.1%, Baumia 35.7%, Alan 2.0.
Almost someone Twaba, so more preference.
We hear almost someone Twaba no, almost around 13.4%. Yan check mathematically. How far is Mahama from 50%? 4.9. So would even the whole 13.4% Emma Baumia at 35.7 is still 49.1%, almost 50%.
Very well. Musah Danquah.
And then let me make another point.
Okay, and make it your last for me.
Undecided. No. Majority of them are floating voters. At the moment, floating for almost the same. 69% of floating voters are voting for Mahama, 11% for Baumia, 6% for Alan Martin, and 13% for Napa Miliawe. And whatever happens in the end, the remaining of the floating when they come, they will follow their fellow floating voters.
Yeah.